Hey y'all, welcome to The Real Value, where we recap, review, rate, and evaluate all things real, all things watched. I'm Cal, your horror pal, and today we're discussing Black Phone 2. Black Phone 2 is a 2025 American supernatural horror film that is a sequel to the 2021 film, The Black Phone. It is directed by Scott Derrickson from a script he co-wrote with C. Robert Cargill. The film stars Ethan Hawke, Mason Thames, Madeline McGraw, and Jeremy Davies, who all reprise their roles, while Damian Beecher joins the cast. If you haven't seen The Black Phone, this premise takes place 4 years after the events of that film. Finney Blake is trying to deal with the trauma from his kidnapping by and killing of the Grabber, that serial killer. Meanwhile, his psychic sister Gwen starts having terrifying visions of mutilated children and nightmares with a phone ringing. I enjoyed the first Black Phone. I actually watched it again after watching this second one. I thought it was interesting, and I loved the supernatural angle they paired with the serial killer aspect of the film. They, of course, continue that into this film, albeit through a psychic medium as well as dream premonitions and past revelations. I thought the acting was strong all around. The entire cast did a great job. The movie looks great. I especially like how it differentiated between dreamscapes that were kind of grimy and grainy, rough looking, compared to the crisp shots of reality. I thought the Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street vibes present in the film worked without being straight up rip-offs of. I was watching it, and if you haven't realized through the trailers, the Grabber, now a dead serial killer, has come back and can get you in your dreams. Sound familiar? Yeah, but there's nothing that says that Freddy Krueger is the only dream demon out there, and I think it's time that we actually have some other dream demons come about. And I think if, they do it well enough, then that could be a cool avenue that horror movies take. Like, there's various zombie movies, there's various vampire movies, there need to be various dream demon movies, in my humble opinion. Now, Freddy will always be OG number one, but I think the Grabber, his story mimics that of Freddy Krueger in that he was a child murderer, he dies, and then he finds a way back and can hurt you in your dreams, and if he hurts you in your dreams, you're hurt in real life. That was interesting. There were some other things in Black Phone 2 that they kind of deviated from, and it made it a little bit more murky on the Grabber's total power and influence on the real world opposed to the dream world. But that also happens in A Nightmare on Elm Street in a couple films too. So, tit for tat. But I thought the idea was executed pretty well in this film. Now, I will say that the first one is better. If you haven't seen the first Black Phone, I suggest watching that one before you watch this one. I think it was a more developed, more polished script in that it was more deliberate in the choices they made with that film. And if you know me, you know my kind of mantra about sequels. It's hard to top the first one. Now, I like the different avenue they take in this one. It kind of builds around the lore, and it kind of took it to a different level, which I thought was cool. The whole invade you in your dream kind of thing. But overall, part one was just a better movie, I think, in my humble opinion. So what's the real value of The Black Phone? The first one, in my view, was a real great movie. I liked it. It was kind of part mystery because you're trying to figure out who the Grabber is and why is he doing this, and also where, there's kind of like that, the couple scenes of who, they're trying to find the Grabber. So it's kind of like a detective mystery case, along with the psychic elements from the little sister and her comic relief. And then they introduce the supernatural aspects into it, which, is a cool twist. So to me, The Black Phone was real great. Black Phone 2, real good movie. Solid. I think it's fun, especially during the spooky season. If you want to watch that in the theater, I don't think you'll be disappointed. Again, it's shot well, the acting is good, the story is pretty cool, and overall, I had a good time while watching it. Too scaredy cows for the atmosphere of the movie, especially during the dream sequences. Otherwise, it's more of a suspenseful kind of flick than scary. Okay, if you made it this far, I thank you with all of my heart. I'm trying to get back to doing these videos on the regular. I've just been really battling with my depression lately, and it's just been really hard. So do me a kindness and like this video, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thank you all for stopping by. Joey and Corey, thank you for being Patreon patrons. Everyone else, follow suit if you can. Other than that, that's it for me today, folks. Remember to be nice to each other out there, and if you can't do that, at least don't be a dick. face. It's hard out there.
You're so full of sin. With each move like a chess game, I'm starting to believe you don't care.